Hello and welcome back, it's Matt, Skywatcher. And again, you can see on this Soho chart, this live chart, you can see the timestamp at the bottom left hand corner. And also you will see huge eruptions from this heavenly body, our sun, with these solar flares, heading towards our Earth every day. It's so important to notice that these huge flares are getting much bigger than they was before. We're heading into a solar maximum. And it's still erupting all the time, spraying our skies with those chems to hope that we don't see a big problem with our sun as well. The core is burning twice as much because we've got those heavenly bodies, the binary twin of the sun, is here now, agitating again all other known celestial bodies. The sun is tilted, and us on Earth, we're tilting as well. So I'm going to show you some more charts of the sun as well, up-to-date charts. But this image you can see on the screen here is outstanding, what we can see here, because the powers to be don't want you to see it at all, do they? But these flares are billions and billions of miles long that fly through space at amazing speeds, weakening our magnetic field all the time. Earth is now struggling to keep up with our sun. These are images from a huge solar blast of a solar flare. The left image you see here is the intensity of the solar flare. And this is recent. This is a recent diagram a couple of days ago. Here is the velocity. And you can see the velocity of this flare as well. And they are getting more greater every single day now. There is also a huge heavenly body that's reflecting in our skies in the morning. And it's reflecting this pink haze, red haze. I believe this to be Nibiru. Now this red heavenly body is in an ecliptic orbit, and it's here now. We can see this on the horizons now, can't we? Many people are emailing me, giving me and sending me photos, which I will produce on a video shortly, of these heavenly objects that are out there. Ask yourself a serious question. Why are they blasting our skies with these chemtrails? The answer is because they are trying to pull the wool over our eyes, humanity. It just isn't fair anymore. Because this huge body is here now. They're all here now. It's time to believe that Nibiru is now on our horizons. They're using all sorts of technology now to spray our skies. Unmanned planes or objects or drones, whatever they are up there and they are blasting our skies. And every time you see them dark pink clouds at night time, you know that there's an object out there. So we really have to prepare for this. This is a real situation, and we need to alert others as well to make sure they can prepare with their families, civil members, and other people around the world. It's so important now to prep for the biggest event of our lifetimes. Here's another image as well, showing you this solar blast from our sun. And again, you can see on this top corner here, another heavenly body that's going through into space. There's a lot going on up there, isn't there? No wonder they spray our skies. Because if they didn't, everybody would see the truth of what's going on up there, giving it enough time for everybody to be able to prepare for this. It's so important we get this huge message out there, because the media are just not saying anything about it, are they? They've been told to keep the lid on it right to the end, so everybody will suffer this. Also, this solar simulator is a true, real object that they placed up there. And it also covers a lot of things that we're not able to see right now. Now, we're starting to notice some changes up there, aren't we? Because these objects are getting much closer to our vision now, up there in the heavens. So this simulator isn't able to cover the majority of what's going on. So I believe in the near future we're going to see these events in our lifetime. They can't cover it forever. This is a simulation image of VU rays that head down towards our Earth. And the Earth protects us from these rays. But recently now, these past couple of years, these rays have been able to seep through our magnetic field, head down towards our core of our Earth, causing huge earthquakes and shifting of the land. So again, it's important to understand that there's so much coming from our sun now and affecting all the celestial bodies in our solar system. Our Earth is tilting back and forth, being agitated, and it's all the stress coming from the sun. This is called the inner corona image, where you can see on the outline of this black circle with this grid in the middle. These are flares coming from the coronal holes. And look at all this trash that's coming out as well. It's affecting all our solar system right now. It's just, there's so much going on up there, isn't there? And we just need to get the messages across. Because people look at the sun and think, well, that's our light for the day. But the thing is, the sun's changing now. It's acting very strange. Now, as I said before, now why is this happening now? We have those bodies up there now. And they are eclipsing our sun right now, causing all sorts of activity up there that's heading our way towards our Earth. It's got to be said. We need to get the word out. Nearly all suns have a binary companion star. And we have one. And they named it Nemesis. And this heavenly object now is heading towards our Earth once more. It's done it before. And it's going to do it again. And all these asteroids are coming from a certain place through the Kuiper Belt. No other place, it's just coming from a certain place. And scientists know where it's coming from. And it's about time, as I said before, to let the cat out of the bag and let everybody, every single one of us, to know and understand that we are heading for some serious times. I wish I could tell you when Nemesis arrives, but what I can say is that for the military spraying our skies, they are doing much more than ever before. These chemtrails, they are screening everywhere now, every part of the skies. And on the horizons, we're seeing this huge red reflection for a short time and then disappears. So please, you must understand, Nemesis is a real brown dwarf star that's related to our Sun. The two combined. So it's important that we keep an eye to our skies, as soon we will see this huge body up there. This is called a SOHO Extreme Ultraviolet Image Telescope, an EIT, observations of molten wave expanding from coronal mass injection, CME. Can you see how this starts? This mass injection, the CME. They are huge. And the thing is, we need, as I said before, to get every single piece of information out. And the images as well, the up-to-date images, to show people that this is what's going on up there in space right now. The Sun is just looking in a terrible way right now. I'll show you the image. This is a cut-in from a Science up-to-date magazine. Another massive coronal hole has opened up on our Sun and is facing Earth. Chances of major quakes in the coming days. And again, it's just getting all the information out, isn't it? Now let me show you these coronal holes right now. Here is a huge coronal hole. Now, you've got to ask yourself a question. What is causing this? Now, scientists are scratching their heads with this one as well. Because the truth of it being is we've got that binary twin that's now very close to it. And this has happened before. I mean, look at the size of this. It's too big, isn't it, this opening? There's pieces of Sun that's coming off and flying through space at billions of miles an hour. And we're all sat here on this planet Earth, not noticing the damage of what's going on up there in the heavens. Here's another piece of information. Two massive coronal holes are now facing the Earth, spewing solar wind at 700 kilometers per second. Now that's fast, isn't it? And this is what's going on. And the news media on our television sets won't say a word about this to stop mass panic. We're in trouble. We really are in big trouble with this. I'm also like yourselves. I'm just seeing the evidence of what's going on. And it's a shame, isn't it? I mean, it's just not our Sun anymore. We just demand the truth because we know that things are falling apart up there now. Here is another cut-in from that Science paper. Another major quake strikes Japan as massive coronal hole turns to face the Earth. I mean, come on. It's so evident. Just that message, isn't it? That things are really, truly changing. I mean, what happens if a huge, huge CME from the coronal hole gets through our atmosphere? We're toast, aren't we? Here's what that coronal hole did. This huge blast that hit towards our Earth, a 6.0, 113 kilometers down. North Pacific Ocean, this happened near South Korea and Japan. And the thing is as well, these are getting bigger, these earthquakes. And they keep happening all the time. Now they chemtrail to stop this, try to stop this, but they're fighting a losing battle using small little planes with small amounts of spray towards the Sun. They're thinking that they're going to be able to do this. They're saying it's to do with climate change, geoengineering, weather patterns. No, it's not. This is because these huge blasts from these coronal holes, they head down towards our Earth, straight towards our core, these VU rays and also these harmful injections from our sun. And it's happening right now. It's a chain effect because the binary twin now is affecting our sun for our sun to do this to our natural Earth. It just rings right what's going on. And a huge CME blast will not just cause an earthquake. It will cause sinkholes. It will cause our power grid to go down. And we've got more trouble, haven't we, with the power grid going down? They will be in pure meltdown situations. We will be without power and electric for 20 to 30 years. The evidence is now here, isn't it? Mr. John Moore told us this in 2008. And it's now happening right above our heads. Nibiru, Helium, the moons, and the brown dwarf star are knocking on our door now. And the sun is telling us there's something wrong up there. When something has been agitated for many years, it's telling you there's something wrong. And just blasting our sky with a few bits of chems, which is doing us no good because we're breathing it in. They should just be honest with us that this huge event is coming. What's the point of keep blasting our skies when we know that the huge objects are causing huge problems to our sun? Jupiter, Mars, the other celestial bodies, Venus, Mercury, they're all being affected like our natural Earth. Right now, it's just, we've just got to get the message out there as well, isn't it? Because no media, no government will say a word. No wonder they built them underground cities to see if they might have a chance of survival. They don't realise that these heavenly bodies are so big, a lot bigger than our Mother Earth. We will all fry for this. They will fry. We're all going home because this is a natural, one of the biggest natural event of our lives. Here again you can see the dark areas of the coronal holes on this image. Now, our sun shouldn't be doing this. Hasn't done it before. So it's important because these huge blasts come from these coronal holes that cause a problem to us. Everything that we're seeing right now, like just last week, the biggest evacuation seen in Australia since 1974. This Storm Debbie, no power for 40,000. Torrential rain floods, streets, smashed windows. I mean, that situation in Australia, the cyclone, this is all because of these coronal holes, these huge blasts from the sun. Another one in Botswana, a 6.5 earthquake, a rogue magnitude, more than 2,000 miles from the fault line, reacted, and it was just another one that caused a lot of problems to people living there as well. This is another important message as well. Bright meteor explodes over the Gulf of Mexico, turning 19 today. Now, there's been lots of other reports of other subscribers who have sent me images in of these other objects they've spotted in the sky that lights the sky up. Now, I've seen these. I'm going to show you a small image of this situation. Now, what I've said as well, that I've been seeing these myself. I've seen about 5 at night time when I've been looking up at the skies. These bright lights, like they flash, and it's like a flame in the sky, way up in the stars. I mean, the thing is, well, it's above our atmosphere, but they're huge. They only last a split second, but they're huge, these fireballs, and they're starting to report these from all over the world now. So Again, if you catch any images, please send them in to me. It's very important. But it's all happening. Everything's happening right now, isn't it? All these strange events, they are getting much more intense now, aren't they? See, these huge coronal holes now facing Earth. Now that is very worrying, isn't it? As now we're heading into the spring and summer period, and we're going to be very close to the sun here in the Northern Hemisphere, and also other parts of the world. These important messages about the sun is just not coming out, is it, to the public? And I believe Donald Trump knows and is fully aware of this as well, and Putin. But they're being told as well, I believe, not to say a single word. But I hope these messages go out to them so they can understand that we are all being affected by this, that nothing is being said. With also these volcanoes are starting to erupt as well, these super volcanoes. They're getting very warm, aren't they? And looking on the different webcams as well, we're seeing these dark clouds that are coming out with them. Now, again, I'll just keep an eye on all this for studying as well to see what's going on with these volcanoes. Because more and more times that we go back to viewing these, there seems to be more activity coming from them. They are very active now. Volcano activity is another part of these coronal holes from the sun. It's the whole system, every single part of it. Earthquakes, the Earth's core, the sun's core. It's all because we've got those huge objects that are up there, and we will all see them soon. So I'm going to leave you now with this Mexico cam, because with that simulator up in the sky we're getting a lot of flashing. So I will do a longer video tomorrow. So respect to you all, and take care. From Matt Rogers. Every single day now. There is also a huge heavenly body that's reflecting in our skies in the morning. And it's reflecting this pink haze, red haze. I believe this to be Nibiru. Now this red heavenly body is in an ecliptic orbit, and it's here now. We can see this on the horizons now, can't we? Many people are emailing me, giving me and sending me photos, which I will produce on a video shortly, of these heavenly objects that are out there. Ask yourself a serious question. Why are they blasting our skies with these chemtrails? Hello and welcome back, it's Matt, Skywatcher. And again, you can see on this Soho chart, this live chart, you can see the timestamp at the bottom left hand corner. And also you will see huge eruptions from this heavenly body, our sun, with these solar flares heading towards our Earth every day. It's so important to notice that these huge flares are getting much bigger than they was before. We're heading into a solar maximum, and it's still erupting all the time, spraying our skies with those chems to hope that we don't see a big problem with our sun as well. The answer is because they are trying to pull the wool over our eyes, humanity. It just isn't fair anymore, because this huge body is here now. They're all here now. It's time to believe that Nibiru is now on our horizons. They're using all sorts of technology now to spray our skies. Unmanned planes or objects or drones, whatever they are up there and they are blasting our skies. And every time you see them dark pink clouds at night time, you know that there's an object out there. The core is burning twice as much because we've got those heavenly bodies, the binary twin of the Sun, is here now, agitating again all other known celestial bodies. The Sun is tilted, and us on Earth, we're tilting as well. So I'm going to show you some more charts of the Sun as well, up-to-date charts. But this image you can see on the screen here is outstanding, what we can see here, because the powers to be don't want you to see it at all, do they? But these flares are billions and billions of miles long that fly through space at amazing speeds, weakening our magnetic field all the time. Earth is now struggling to keep up with our Sun. These are images from a huge solar blast of a solar flare. The left image you see here is the intensity of the solar flare. And this is recent. This is a recent diagram a couple of days ago. Here is the velocity. And you can see the velocity of this flare as well. And they are getting more greater